we now request Shri Neeraj Kumar to present the government point of view. Where is the field we are with digital connectivity and what are the schemes and how does the government wish to take it forward?
Yeah, good evening everybody. So with the 4G saturation project and with the rollout of 4G and 5G by all the telecom operators, so that means a village 60% population will get covered. So definition of coverage is if a village is covered with the 60% of the population is covered, we call it as covered. That does not mean that every locality of the village is covered. So the next point will be to cover the remaining 40% of the villages, and in that we request all the DSPs also, because under USF they have come out with the 4G saturation project through BSNL, and that will also cover only 60% of the village. So that phase will be the next phase of growth. But that does not mean that every locality of the village is covered. So the next point will be to cover the remaining 40% of the villages, and in that we request all the TSPs also, because under USF they have come out with the 4G saturation project through BSNL, and that will also cover only 60% of the village. So that phase will be the next phase of growth. Secondly, we have also to see that in terms of FTTH, where we are and what is the requirement. So, as you know that in the National Broadband Mission, we have taken a task to connect 90% of the institutions, for example, the Anganwadi, the Panchayats, the primary health centers with the fiber. So, still the connectivity is less than 30% in the country. So we need to connect before we go to individual with the fiber. We have to connect the institutional, because if the people will use the fiber, then they will go home, they will learn what are the advantages of the fiber, then they will demand at home also. So that is our target, and to provide fiber to home connectivity, I would request all the industry, because laying fiber and maintaining fiber is a costly affair. So like they have coordinated and cooperated in sharing of the telecom towers, they should be sharing the ducts and optical fiber cable also. And we should think long term in terms of Viksit Bharat, because in the short term we say that okay, we will lay the optical fiber cable over ground, maybe you are saving money in the short term, but long term you are inviting problem. So as you will hear from my colleague Mr. Julia that अभी कल परसों तेलंगाना में कितना फाइबर काटा गया है और बेंगलोर कर्नाटक में कितना फाइबर काटा गया है. So short term you have, but long term you have the pain. So I have been requesting all the industry, please ask the state government to provide me duct. If you are not able to provide the duct, then you are also to overhead optical fiber cable. That should not be the first port of call. And we are working with all the stakeholders and trying to come, because we are not saying that it should be a common duct for all kind of utilities, but we are saying common shareable telecom duct, only shareable telecom. And we should work on that, and DOT has also come out with the framing of the rating of the building infrastructure, because what happens, maybe the main road is connected, but you have a fancy building or fancy apartment of 4, 5 crore, 3 crore, but you are not having connectivity. So what about telecom connectivity, mobile as well as fiber inside the building? So it should not happen that we have got a flat of 3 crore, 5 crore, again the wire is coming hanging through window by puncturing the window.